Emperor Shao Kong, the great restorer of the Xia dynasty, is remembered as a hero in ancient Chinese history. His life was not merely a journey to reclaim the throne, but a testament to resilience, dedication, and a deep love for his people. Born during a time of crisis when the Xia dynasty had nearly lost its authority under previous decadent kings, Shao Kong grew up with a strong will, a determined heart, and an unwavering desire to change his country's fate. When Shao Kong was young, the previous king, Tai Kong, had abandoned his duties, indulging in luxury and forgetting the values of his lineage. Under Tai Kang's ineffective rule, the Xia dynasty quickly lost its stability. Central power weakened, and once loyal tribes rose up in rebellion. Among these rebellious forces, the Yugu tribe, led by Hou Yi, seized control of the throne for years. In this troubled period, Shao Kong grew up amidst desolation, the cries of the people, and an ever-growing determination to restore his country's glory. From a young age, Shao Kong was forced to flee the palace, living in exile with loyal generals and the few tribes that remained faithful to the Xia. During his exile, he faced all manner of hardship, from hunger to freezing nights, from threats to despair as he witnessed each region of his former kingdom deteriorate and be abandoned. The once fertile lands now lay barren. Villages that once thrived had become empty shells with fallow fields and the wind blowing through empty homes. These sights etched a steely resolve in Shao Kang's heart. He would one day bring Xia back to its glory, restoring peace and prosperity to his people. Shao Kong was not only an heir to the throne, but also a man who learned and grew from years of hardship. On countless sleepless nights in the dense forests, he sat silently by the fire, listening to tales of Xia's glorious past from loyal elders. These stories became a torch that lit up his spirit, fueling his belief that the restoration of the kingdom was not merely his right, but a sacred duty for the happiness and peace of the people. One story says that Shao Kong once met an old sage living on a mountain peak. Known for his wisdom, the sage looked deep into Shao Kang's determined eyes and said, "You are not just a future king. You are the one who bears the lives of an entire people on your shoulders. True power does not come from the throne, but from the trust of the people." These words left a lasting impression on Shao Kong, helping him understand that a true leader is one who listens, loves, and dedicates himself to his people. When the time was right, Shao Kong began his campaign to reclaim the throne. He moved with caution, avoiding direct confrontation with the opposing forces. Instead, he used guerrilla tactics to gradually weaken the enemy from within. Shao Kong was unafraid of hardship, personally participating in each skirmish, standing shoulder to shoulder with his generals and soldiers. In each battle, he was not only a commander but a friend and brother to those who fought beside him. He held a firm belief that only with the unity of the entire nation could the kingdom truly stand strong and endure. To the people, Shao Kong became a hero. Stories of his courage and tenacity spread from village to village, from mountains to plains, and the people's faith in him grew. They saw in Shao Kong not just a king fighting for the throne, but a leader striving for his people and the revival of the land. Gradually, he won the people's hearts and step by step restored Xia's authority. When Shao Kong finally ascended to the throne, cheers and the sounds of drums resounded across the land. Blessings for the nation that had endured so much under chaotic times. Upon reclaiming his throne, Shao Kong set out to rebuild the kingdom. He swiftly reinforced the political system, implementing policies aimed at harmony and unification. Shao Kong did not punish those who had once rebelled but extended amnesty, uniting the land with a spirit of forgiveness. This policy of tolerance not only pacified the people but also attracted former rebels back to the Xia dynasty, fostering a lasting unity. Shao Kong understood that only through solidarity among all ethnic groups and tribes could a nation truly thrive. Shao Kong was also a ruler deeply committed to the people's well-being. After restoring the court, he spent much of his time visiting the people, directly listening to their hardships. He did not hesitate to work alongside the farmers in the fields, learning their methods of planting, harvesting, and caring for livestock, gaining a profound understanding of their daily lives. He knew that the foundation of the nation was not just its army, but the stability of its people. especially in agriculture. To Shao Kang, every field and every water source was the lifeblood of the nation, and he enacted policies to encourage agricultural growth, improve the livelihoods of the people, and ensure that no one went hungry. This personal care led to a period of stability and prosperity, as the people saw him not merely as a king but as a friend who shared in their struggles. Another tale recounts that Shao Kang once disguised himself as a peasant, accompanying an elderly farmer into the forest to gather firewood. The farmer, unaware of his companion's true identity, spoke of the past hardships under Xia's collapse and expressed his gratitude to the new king for bringing peace. Hearing these words, Shao Kang was deeply moved. He silently vowed never to allow the country to fall into such suffering again and to make each of his decisions with the people's happiness in mind. As he grew older, Shao Kang continued to pass down values of compassion, responsibility, and love for the country to his descendants. He emphasized that a king should not merely rule but protect and build a future for his people. His teachings were filled with sincerity and care, intending to instill the qualities he had worked tirelessly to cultivate throughout his life. Shao Kang hoped that his descendants would uphold these traditions and build a powerful and enduring Xia dynasty. Shao Kang's legacy extended far beyond the revival of a dynasty. He left behind an immortal story of loyalty, sacrifice, and dedication to the people. To the people, Shao Kang was not merely a king but a symbol of hope and a father figure for the entire nation. His life and achievements continue to inspire future generations, serving as a guiding light for the people of China in their efforts to build and defend their country. The image of Shao Kang with his gray hair, resolute eyes, and gentle smile, always ready to support an entire nation, has become an eternal symbol. To the Chinese people, Shao Kang was never just a king but the soul of the nation, a master of compassion and humane leadership. The values he left behind continue to echo as a source of motivation and faith for later generations, reminding them of a king who lived and fought for his people, for the peace and prosperity of China.